Boris warns of brutality against EU troops. NATO foils von der Leyen plot once and for all. Germany's defense minister has urged the EU to build a military response force to deal with the disastrous US withdrawal from Afghanistan. This would be Putin's dream come true. NATO sidelined and replaced by a weak, delusional EU army. The tanks will be in Paris in just 3 days. I have stated many times, the EU are dictators. Do not let them have an EU army. This is what Adolf wanted. Defend freedom from the Gestapo policing. There won't be an EU army. By the time they decide whether to press the button, the country will have disappeared. One thing's for sure, we want no part of it. Agree with most of that, but the French did get a beating in Sarajevo as the resident peacekeepers when it first kicked off, but the rest of the so-called EU forces were non-existent, until NATO took over from the UN, and then their contribution was negligible. Most of the EU countries do not pay their fair share into NATO, so where will we get the money for an EU army? Sounds like they still want the protection of NATO, even though they don't contribute their fair share. They should either all pay fair share to NATO or go totally alone. They would soon become part of Russia or China. An EU army, the thing Ramoners denied. If the EU members fail to fund an EU army in the same way the majority failed to meet their NATO commitment, then they may not even be able to afford broomsticks. They won't need them. The EU army will only have keyboards, an internet connection, and a list of British news websites to troll and spread their hatred on. I couldn't imagine a worse scenario than an army controlled by these buffoons. Just look how fractured the EU is, and they want an army at their disposal? Makes me shudder. And where is this EU army going to get its aircraft, ships, and tanks from? Maybe they'll be knocking on the Americans' door, but I suspect it'll be a door a bit further north or east. As an ex-serviceman, I've worked with the forces of EU countries on NATO exercises, and quite frankly, they're useless. Now that the UK has left the EU, there's a spare flagpole outside the Kremlin mod building in Brussels for the EU Army flag. Its design will be a white cross on a white background. The EU needs an army just like the world needs a new pandemic. Maybe you paid your way and contributed to NATO, you would have a different outlook. Then again, why pay for something when others protect your backsides? Cannot stop laughing. They invade all Europe twice. The rest of the EU roll over for more fights in baking powder. Drink it with the fizz off, then get their backside kicked twice. The whole of Europe couldn't fight their way out of a paper bag. Now they want their own army. EU army, but you have no monies. What would the French contribute? Cowardice? EU, simply unsustainable. How about you? What do you think about this issue? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section and we can discuss. If you find the video good, please don't regret one like and share them. I will continuously update the latest news in the next videos. Please subscribe to the channel so you don't miss it. Thank you.